Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to another episode of the Root Duty podcast. It's so amazing to have you back with me. Thank you for coming back. That's those of you who are returning, and those of you who are new. Oh my goodness, a special welcome to the Root Duty podcast. I really hope I see you again. And how have you been? How has your week been? I hope it has been amazing. But now, since I am not naive and I know some of us, our week has been a little challenging. Here's what I want to tell you. You got the strength. You got this, okay? So just keep moving and you're gonna meet clever roots, clear waters, and just amazing days ahead. And here's the thing though. Let me just also point this thing out to you. Like, even if the week has been like really crazy, if you look at it, you're still getting some lessons from it. So don't waste the challenge, okay? Glean the lessons that can be learned from the challenges and keep moving on. I know you got this. See, if you don't know, I know, okay? You got this. So keep going. So this week, what are we even going to be talking about? I think let's talk about this the ability, our ability to not waste the challenge because life presents us with challenges. It's just the natural cycle of life. It's not always going to be like smooth sailing. There's this thing that they said is like everybody got a problem somewhere. And I think that's true. And you wonder, right? It's like, why can't the world just be bitches? And when I say BEACHES, not the other rude one, why can't it just be bitches and cocktails and dancing and just wind in your hair, water and sand at your feet? And why can't life just be amazing? Because here's the crazy thing about the awesome bitches that this is gonna get real dark real quick, but a microwave can just come and just take everybody else. Life is kind of designed, not that a mighty wave comes and always kills everybody every time. No, it's neutral. Life is neutral. There's this saying that says that when it rains on the just and the unjust. So there is no, oh my goodness, I have been really holy and I should be exempt from challenges. Nobody is ever exempt from challenges as long as we live in this life, as long as we're all here. And so I am learning that since challenges are a natural part of life, how can we get the most out of this? Because life is also not random. God is not random. Like life is not random. So things don't just happen randomly. Everything happens for a reason and a purpose. I am one of those people. Yes, I am one of those people who believe that everything is connected and everything happens for something. And so, if challenges are part of what my life story presents, how am I better suited to be able to get the best out of it? Because here's one of the crazy things I am learning, constantly learning about challenges is that our attitude towards it matters a lot. Like the attitude we take towards something. I know they say attitude, we've probably heard it, that attitude is really important. It really is, most especially when it comes to our challenges. If you come across a challenge and you come at it nasty and you're like, oh God, this is here to break me again, or why always me? Or just, just if you come at it from a disempowered attitude, a disempowered place, most times, like, how is it that two people go through the same thing and one person comes out stronger and greater for it, and the other person comes out bitter and nasty and doesn't even seem to come out of it? I think one of the things that actually influences this is the attitude towards which we approach these challenges. So I would like to share some of the attitudes that I think can help us when we come across different challenges. One of it is this is a mindset, I think, because I have this belief, I probably said it earlier on, that I really believe everything is working out for something. And now this is the real key part of this belief is that I believe that everything is working out for something great for me in the end. So yes, I know life is life and life be life in it. Sometimes it doesn't always turn out great in the end. But I believe that as long as because it's a cycle. So even if the cycle ends and it's like, oh my goodness, it's a disaster, the next cycle is gonna come and it's gonna be great. Even if the next cycle comes and it's not great, most especially considering the fact that I am making sure that I am doing my best to get the best out of it. I know that there is going to come a cycle that is going to be greatness. I know there's going to come a cycle that is going to be the best. And here's the crazy thing about life is that it's going to be better and than I ever thought or imagined it would be. So yes, another thing is, which I think is very important, I also made a push of this quite recently, where I am learning to ask, what is this here to teach me? Now, what is this here to teach me? That mindset, it puts me in a space of being more open minded and responsive to what is coming. Now, sometimes and every time I have realized this that whenever there seem to be friction, it's like there's this word, I don't know if it's a quote, I don't know who said it or if it's just the fact that I am about to call it quote. But pain shows us where one of the things that pain does is that it shows us where to pay attention to. That is the gift of pain. That's the reason why you see some people who never feel pain and then you would find that they have actually hurt themselves so badly. Leprosy. Leprosy is very nasty. Thank God we have gotten past it. But how leprosy used to really work is that it numbs you. So one of the main things that usually kill lepers is not the disease itself, but it is like the fact that you don't feel on your fingers. I don't know if you've ever seen a picture. I'm not advising you to go and Google it. You might not be able to eat. Let me be honest with you. But sometimes you see a picture of them and they have no hands, they have no legs. It's not that someone went and chopped it off. It's the fact that because they don't feel pain, they don't know when they have exerted this body parts. Like, okay, like you could just be chopping something and you're chopping your fingers and you're not looking, but you don't even know because you are not feeling the pain and you just keep chopping your fingers. Sometimes that is what happens. Or they're stepping on a nail and they don't even know they have stepped on a nail to walk how many miles with it. And here's the crazy thing, the fact that they don't feel pain does not mean that what is happening is not still affecting their body the way it's supposed to be. See, they'll have exposed cords and not being aware of it. They still get infections. And those are kind of how their fingers and whatever. See, why did we spend so long talking about lepers? But I think I want to parallel this with the fact that sometimes when something is wrong, it is an indicator for us to go and look at that areas. And that is one of the things that challenges too also presents us. Like when something goes wrong, you know to go and look at it. And when you go to look at it, because you could just be on autopilot and it's all smooth sailing and your engine has blown, but because there is nothing telling you that that engine has blown, you still, and what do you know? You crash into a mountain. Why is this episode dark? I'm sorry, guys. My analogy seems to be on the dark side today. But that's what I also want us to see. Like sometimes the fact that there's a challenge is an indicator for us to look at what is going on. And when we do that, we're able to course correct rather than just heading straight off the cliff. You're able to see, oh my goodness, if I keep going forward, I'm going to crash. And Debbie, bright and sunny. Okay, let's have more positive examples. I'm talking to myself right now. Let's figure out how we can make these examples less dark and scary. Okay. Guys, let's go on. So that's the second thing that I am realizing that challenges also does for us. And when we look at our challenges when it comes and we ask ourselves, what is this here to teach me? What is this here to show me? What is this here to call my attention towards? We're better likely to gain something better from it. And here's the crazy thing. Well, yeah. When you figure out what's the problem, you're in a better position to go out and start looking for solutions and ultimately find a solution. Okay. So, what else again have I realized? What else this challenges also teach? I think there is also the part of where it just grows us in general. Like sometimes in the middle of when a problem arises, you're more likely to figure out how to solve that problem, like when you're solving the problem. And most times you realize that atomic habits, and where he talked about how most times the bad results are a product of bad habits and the good results are a product of good habits. Like, we have this, I want to be this at the end of the day, but if our daily habit is not taking us in the direction or making us into the person that could do that, we could just be wishing for the longest of time. So, one of the things that working on a challenge also provides is the ability to actually develop better habits. Like, let me say I have a challenge of always running out of money, or I have a challenge of just something like that. I can begin to realizing that, ooh, that's the problem. I could begin to study, learn, talk to people, just even figure out better ways I could be able to manage money. Yeah. So that is some of the ways that challenges also provides us. It helps you become a better human being. No, it really does though. It really does. I think yeah, but we all want the golden life. I'm not just saying that we should all live in a space of challenge, but if you're in a space and things are not going how you think they should be going, I want you to realize that it's not all bad. And there are things you can get from it. So let me just recap. You can get at it with the attitude of knowing that it's all going to be good for you at the end. Like whatever happens is going to be the best for you. And you can also commit it with the what is this here to teach me, and glean the lessons that are to be learned from it. And some of these lessons involves you ultimately becoming a better person. So guys, yes, I guess that's my 2 cents for the week. Or I call it 2 cents. That's my $1 trillion for the week. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, I really hope that you learned something and that in your time of need, my voice will just rise up from your spirit and you'll be like, remember, ask it, what is this here to teach you? And then you look for the answers or whatever. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next episode. But until then, you remember, you keep growing. You got this. All right. Bye. Ooh, I